Hi everyone and welcome back. We are going to be using place value disks to solve two-digit dividend division problems. Here's what we'll need for today's lesson. Let's begin. Our first problem today is 6 divided by 3. 6 ones represents what? It represents the whole, the total. It's what we're going to be dividing by today. Let's show 6 ones using place value disks. What is the number that we're going to be dividing by? 3. Let's assume it's telling us how many groups to make. Draw 3 groups below. Can we distribute 6 ones into 3 groups? Think of it like dealing cards evenly among 3 players. First, put 1 in each group. Cross off the ones one at a time as you distribute them evenly. Next, put another in each group if you're able. Are we able to put 1 in each group again? Yes, we have 3 ones here. Let's distribute them one more time in each group. We can put 2 ones in each group. Are there any left over? No. How many ones are in each of our 3 groups? 2 ones in each group. Earlier, we referred to the number 6 as the whole, the total. It's what we were dividing. We also referred to the number 3 as a number in which we are dividing by. In mathematics, this number that you're dividing by is called the divisor. Whisper that word with me now. Divisor. Let's record the whole and the divisor in a new way. 6 ones divided by 3 is 2 ones. We distributed 2 3 times. 2 ones times 3 is what? 6 ones. We divided 6 ones and have no ones remaining. 6 ones minus 6 ones equals 0 ones. What does this 0 mean? It means that all the ones were divided with none left over. We can see 3 groups of 2 both in our model and in our numbers. And we know our answer is correct since 3 times 2 equals 6. "36 divided by 3. 3 tens, 6 ones represents what? The whole. Let's show 36 using place value disks. What is the divisor? 3. Let's now make room for 3 groups below. We're going to start dividing with the largest unit. What is the largest unit? The tens. 3 tens divided by 3 is 1 10. Let's distribute the 3 tens and cross them off to show they are now divided equally into the 3 groups. Are there any left over? No. Let's move now to the next unit, the ones. 6 ones divided by 3 is 2 ones. If you recall, we did that in the last problem. What we did is we distributed the ones evenly, one at a time, into each group. We crossed off the ones one at a time as we did that. Let's do this now. Are there any ones left over? No. How many tens and ones are in each of the three groups? 1 10, 2 ones. What is 36 divided by 3? 12. Let's use our model as a reference as we represent 36 divided by 3 using numbers. 3 tens divided by 3 is 1 10. 1 10 times 3 equals 3 tenths. How many tens are remaining to be distributed? 0. 3 tenths minus 3 tenths equals 0 tenths. What of our whole amount remains to be divided? 6 ones. 6 ones divided by 3 is 2 ones. 2 ones times 3 equals 6 ones. We started with 6 ones, distributed 6 ones, and have no ones remaining. Say the subtraction sentence for that. 6 ones minus 6 ones equals 0 ones. We can see 3 groups of 12 both in our model as well as in our numbers. We can also double check our work by multiplying 12 times 3, which equals 36. Let's write that equation out now. Remember, 36 is our whole, so our answer is correct. Our next problem is 5 divided by 4. Here's what I'd like you to do. Pause the video here to do 2 things. First, represent the whole and the divisor on the place value chart. Then, record the written problem. I'll be here when you get back. Welcome back. Let's start with the place value chart. We're going to distribute as many ones as we can, crossing off the ones as we use them. What do you notice? It doesn't divide evenly. What is the quotient for 5 ones divided by 4? 1, 1. Let's record this quotient numerically. Say a multiplication sentence for how many ones were distributed. 1 1 times 4 equals 4 ones. Let's record 4 ones numerically and then subtract. 5 ones minus 4 ones equals 1 1. How many ones are remaining in the place value chart? 1 1. Go ahead and circle that 1 1 in the place value chart now. Why is 1 1 a remainder? It's what's left over after we've distributed them into the groups. Watch as I record the remainder numerically. Do this on your paper now. Our next problem is 45 divided by 4. Pause the video here to first represent the whole and the divisor on the place value chart. Then record the written problem. Let's start dividing. 4 tens divided by 4 equals 1 10. Cross off and distribute your tens below in each of the 4 groups. Next, record 1 10 in the tens column. Here we can see what we just did with our numbers. 1 10 times 4 is 4 tenths. we subtract 4 tens from 4 tens and get 0 tens. How many do we have remaining to divide? We have 5 ones remaining. 5 ones divided by 4 groups equals 1 1. We can place 1 1 in each group, but we're going to have 1 remaining. Go ahead and distribute the discs, crossing off the 4 that you use. How can we record what we just did using numbers? 5 ones divided by 4 is 1 1. 1 1 times 4 is 4 ones. 5 ones minus 4 ones is 1 1. Hey, we also have 1 1 left in the place value chart. Let's circle that 1 1. This is our remainder. How do we record the remainder here? Let's record it now. So what is 45 divided by 4? 11 with a remainder of 1. While dividing today, we showed it in 2 different ways. The first way, we represented the whole and the divisor on a place value chart. The second way we recorded was through a written problem. We call this long division. Whisper that with me now. Long division. What do you notice about the 2 ways in which we solved? Both help us to get the same answer. Here in the place value chart, we can still see the remainder of 1. Then we can write out all the steps that we did with the discs and still show the quotient of 11 and again a remainder of 1 here in long division. Our next division problem is 8 divided by 3. Here's what I'd like you to do. Pause the video here to solve 8 divided by 3 using place value discs as well as long division. We'll compare our work afterwards. Welcome back. Take a moment now to compare your work with mine. We can see that 8 ones divided by 3 equals 2 ones. When we place 2 ones in each group, we have 2 ones remaining. We can also see that same quotient in long division, 2 with a remainder of 2. How can we use multiplication and addition to check to see if our quotient and remainder in division is correct? We can multiply the quotient 2 times the divisor. And that equals 6. Then we can add the remainder. 6 plus 2 equals 8, which is the whole. Now here, we've checked by multiplying and then adding, and we wrote it as 2 separate equations. Another way that we can write it is as one equation, like this. Our last problem for today is 68 divided by 3. Pause the video here to solve both using the place value chart as well as using long division. We'll compare our work afterwards. Go ahead and take a moment to compare your work with mine. My quotient is 22 with a remainder of 2. How can we check if 22 with a remainder of 2 is correct? Yes, we can multiply and then we can add. Go ahead and pause the video here to double check writing the equation on your paper now. We'll compare equations afterwards. Welcome again back. Here you see that I've done it twice. I've done it with the 2 separate equations, first multiply, and then the second way I did it was as one long equation. Great work today. For your independent work, your must-do problems are here on the screen. Go ahead and take 10 minutes to work through the problems, and then of course, if you have additional time, work through any other problems on the pages. Today, we used place value disks to solve two-digit dividend division problems. Great work! Be sure to check in with your teacher, and of course, I'll be here when you return for another Eureka Math lesson. Enjoy the rest of your day.